Hello and welcome. If the title of this video caught your attention, then most likely you are looking to purchase your very first car. Or you are, like myself, a parent helping your kid with the first car purchase.
Do you want to double check count the money? How does it feel? Like, how would you think it will be like to give it away for a car?
Relieving.
Relieving?
Good, like everything.
I feel like it's like a closing the loop because you plan to get a job, to work for a car.
The loop's not fully done, just the start,
There are a few factors to consider in this process. And today, while evaluating those and comparing to the other options, I will tell you why we ended up with this beauty 2012 Honda Accord. Looks like it's been sitting for a while.
All these been sitting here, Rohan.
Yeah.
I work from home.
Oh, I see.
So is my wife, so.
Got it. So that's, what do you think?
Yeah. I think it's a little more.
So.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. It's probably some sort of plaster, maybe, or I don't know. It came off all the side things there, the harder plastic.
Do you think we'll be able to get it out now?
If not, you get a.
No, I can just get a cover.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Start it up. See how you like.
Park's on, right?
Yeah.
Probably hot in there.
Sounds good, huh? Number one and the most important factor, in my opinion, when choosing a car for an unexperienced driver, it is that the driver needs to be able to feel the car and be informative of the road conditions and understand how the two work together. Whereas most of the newer cars insulate the driver to the point of unreasonable speed not matching the road or traffic conditions.
Alright, you ready?
Yep. Just increase gently, not like abruptly, but there we go, it's very good braking.
My leg is cramping.
Relax, you don't need to. Keep pressing, keep pressing. There you go, that's very good acceleration. Yeah, okay, very good, very good.
So weird.
The Accord is just right. It is a quick and responsive car with a sport character, which will be supplying you with plenty of valuable driving feedback, not to overestimate your abilities. Second is reliability, as we would not want an unexperienced driver to get stuck on the side of the road or at a destination far away from home. And the Accord, with a proper maintenance program, would serve for hundreds of thousands of miles without a hiccup. Whereas some of the European cars would set an unexperienced driver in a more than uncomfortable stage with the amount of some warning or communicative messaging.
I just have to move my seat back a little, I think.
Yeah, of course. Do everything very slowly. Stay away from the curb. There you go. And park behind the truck. How was it?
Right knee's the injury.
Well, this brings us to the maintenance. And this Accord comes as a winner again. This 4-cylinder engine in this setup will keep you worry-free for a long period of time. This is a chain-driven motor. And with an exception of regular oil and fluid changes, the spark plugs, the brakes, you will be going and traveling for hundreds of thousands of miles without major work done to this car. So, and let's say compare the V6 to the i4 engine. The V6 would be a lot more heavier on the nose. That will require a sooner work on the front end suspension. The motor mounts will have to be replaced sooner as well. And of course, there is also the timing belt in that engine. And between the timing belt, the water pump, and the motor mounts, you are looking at about $1,500 to $1,700 every 100,000 miles. This i4 will travel without any problems much further, much in some cases faster, more convenient, more comfortable, more economical as well.
The perfect ad that you want to buy car off, especially nowadays. The ad is like one line: Honda Accord, roomy, AC works, clean. That's it.
Yeah, you said they didn't even put the year, right?
No, not even year, nothing.
Right.
So this Accord got 120,000 miles on the clock. By now, a Ford Focus, let's say with an automatic transmission, would need a replacement of the transmission. A Subaru would probably be consuming quite a bit of oil, would need a timing belt replacement, and probably the transmission will be needing some attention as well.
So how does it feel to get a car?
It's slowly settling in. It's crazy, you know.
This car runs like a champ. The engine, the transmission, and all the electronics are top-notch condition. Also, you would want something safe and practical. Well, this car sits four very comfortably with an extensive amount of cargo capacity in the trunk. If you're looking for a long trip or, let's say, planning for a vacation. So on the everyday commute, she's quick, she's practical, and the roomy cabin will not make you feel like a sardine against the sheet metal. Yet the adequate sizing will not make your parking experience similar to, let's say, a cruise ship navigation at the port. Now let's talk about the money, and precisely the concept of depreciation. Yes, it's the money from the economical standpoint of view. So when you encourage your kid to get an Accord, you will be able to teach your child a concept of depreciation, or the lack of it in our case. Precisely. The relatively small investment while buying an Accord of this sort, $5,000 to $6,000, will be able to stay in this car for quite a few years and close to zero cost of maintenance when your child will decide to sell this car. As she will be desirable, the cost will go back, or the value, the investment will go back in the pocket of your kid. So $5,000 to $6,000 with a proper maintenance will be returned back into your bank account in about 3 to 5 years very easily. And Accord shines in this category drastically comparing to, let's say, European cars, Korean cars, most of the Japanese cars, with an exception probably of the Camry. Excellent gas mileage of this car will help your kid to save money at the gas stations. Maintenance are minimal and the parts are affordable and easily available. Plus, the simple engineering of this car will allow your kid to learn more about the vehicles in general, while self-performing most of the work. This Accord provides a great value for the money, where you are getting a quality-built sedan, which is fast, with a sleek and up-to-date looks, and comfortable seating for passengers, which you would be lacking probably in a Civic, Corolla, or an Impreza. And of course, there is the fun factor. This car looks and drives fast. The ideas of tuning are infinite and affordable. So that will give you and your kid a lot of time to spend together while working on this car. And that will be also fun.
Wheels and tires, and then is it called a spoiler or like a wing on the back?
Well, there are a few different options. You can get a step-up sort of wing, or you can get like a leap that goes just on the top of the trunk.
I know.
Follows it
I know
through.
what lips are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, both will look cool on it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then exhaust would be like last. You know. looks first.
Well, first it should be a good car and performance,
Obviously.
and then
And to conclude this conversation, of course, after the research, the purchase, and playing with the car, we need to insure it. Well, the Accord shines quite bright again in this category, precisely with the relatively low initial cost, even when it was brand new, and the build to last concept. You would be able to find an Accord between 10 to 14 years old, and also you would want to find a one with just over 100,000 miles, which will keep your premium lower. Now that car would be still fast, fun, reliable, and cheap to maintain, and I'm sure your child, well, and you will sleep sound during night and have fun during day. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope it was entertaining, useful, or will be useful at some point of your life. Don't forget to like it, share it with somebody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you later. Also, only the best, and only to you who is watching this. Bye-bye.